Peace and blessings, everyone. It's me, Coach 67 Sports TV. Shout out to the awesome and amazing LDBC, Lions Den Boston community. Shout out to the greatest university in the world, the Southern University, home of the mighty Jaguars. In this particular video, I'm going to talk about some rumors and some hearsay. Now, one of my friends was telling me basically from what he's heard or what he's been hearing. Now, it's kind of vague in terms of what he was saying. In terms of, was he talking about this past spring? Is he talking about summer workouts? Because fall camp hasn't arrived yet. But essentially, what he's heard through the grapevine is that Southern University's football team hasn't been looking too good. They haven't been doing too well. They haven't been looking too hot. And I'm like, as a Southern University fan, I am not concerned whatsoever. I'm not concerned in the least. The reason being is it's too early to make that type of assessment or that type of evaluation. Because just to give you an example, of course, I was at this spring's Blue versus Gold 2023 spring game. Now, last spring, a lot of individuals telling me that Southern has his new quarterback, and he played exceptionally well in the spring game, and he ran all over the defense. He did this, he did that, so on and so forth. All right, this quarterback in question was Bashawn McCray. Now, Bashawn McCray led Southern University to the SWAC championship game. However, he didn't light the world on fire in terms of from a quarterback play perspective. Now, in terms of an athlete, he was able to run the ball and do some good things. But more than anything, it wasn't like he was as good as Eric Randall, a Quincy Richard, even as maybe as good as a Sam George or Terrence Levy in the past. So the point I'm trying to make is it's like he didn't light the world on fire. However, he was good enough to get Southern University to the SWAC championship game. Now, I know you're gonna have some detractors that say, well, basically Southern backed into the SWAC championship game, and had it not been for the SWAC West being down and being weak, and an assist from Mississippi Valley State, then Southern wouldn't have made it to the SWAC championship game. And of course, that's the case, but that's irrelevant. The point that I'm making is the fact that Southern made it to the SWAC championship game, and individuals was raving last spring about Bashawn McCray, and we saw how that turned out. And then a few years prior to that, someone else, in fact, a few other people was telling me about this other quarterback that Southern had, and pretty much they were saying the same thing. And of course, that particular quarterback was Ladarius Skelton. And essentially, Ladarius Skelton and Bashawn McCray, in terms of the way they play, from a quarterback perspective, they essentially the same kind of guy. I think Ladarius Skelton, he was a better passer in terms of throwing the ball down the field, whereas Bashawn McCray, he did most of his damage in the passing game, short, in terms of short passes. But neither one lit the world on fire from a quarterback play perspective. But I think the fact that they both had good running games to complement them, they both had good offensive lines, and the defense was rock solid in both of those instances. And of course, in both of those instances, those defenses weren't as good as maybe the Dog Day defense of 93 or the Dog Day defense of 95, but nevertheless, those were some very solid units that were able to aid and help the offense. So in those two particular instances, I heard about these quarterbacks that were supposed to do this and do that. And like I said, they were good enough to get them to the SWAC championship game, but they weren't good enough to win a SWAC title. And just to kind of give you another example, when I was going to Southern, at the time, Michael Hayes was like probably the best player on Southern University's team. And, he was a man at Southern. And evidently, doing conditioning, workouts or whatever, I don't know if he had like heat exhaustion or heat stroke or whatever the case may be. But, he got ill one day doing summer workouts. And there were rumors that, hey, he's not going to look too good this season. He's going to struggle. He's going to this. He's going to that. And that same season where, I don't know if he passed out or whatever issue he had doing summer workout, that same season, he made first team all SWAC and he was an All-American. So the point I'm trying to make is it's too early to make any type of assessment or evaluation of what Southern team is going to be this coming season. And basically, we just kind of have to wait and see what's going to happen. Now, the thing that benefited Southern last season was the fact that they started the season against Florida Memorial. When I first heard Southern was going to play against Florida Memorial, I'm thinking to myself, no disrespect to Florida Memorial, but is that a hospital or is that an institution of higher learning? And, you wouldn't think Florida Memorial is an institution of higher learning, let alone an institution of higher learning that has a football program. So, I pretty much knew what it was going to be before I even, actually saw them play on the field, or before I even did any research on them. So the point I'm trying to make is, Southern is going to have to hit the ground running, against Alabama State. Now, like I said, as a Southern University fan, I'm not concerned in terms of, what the rumors or speculation is in terms of how they've struggled, whether in individual workouts or as a team or whatever the case may be. But as the season progresses, even if they start out so against Alabama State and they drop the first game, as long as they get better as the season progresses and they get better to the point where they win the SWAC West and they make it to the SWAC championship game and they get hot at the right time of the year and the right time of the season and they win the SWAC championship and they're able to progress to the Celebration Bowl, I'll be fine and content with that. But I'm not expecting them to, be the best team in the SWAC, as soon as the season starts. But, as long as eventually they progress and they develop some continuity and they gel together as a team and eventually they just get better, that's the only thing I'm asking for and hoping for as a Southern University fan, football fan. That's it for this video. If you saw any value in this video, like the video, share the video, comment in the comment section, subscribe to the channel. Also, click the notification bell so you can be alerted anytime I post any new video. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to the channel because I'm trying to reach my goal before the start of this coming football season of reaching 1,000 subscriber mark. In addition to that, check out my brother Jared 11 Green's channel. Him and I, we talk about HBCU football, SWAC football in addition to that, but HBCU football just in general. Also, check out my brother Brent Fox. Check out his channel also. He's a new channel. It's a new channel. He's really just getting it off the ground. So go out, show your support. Also, check out SWAC Talk. This is one of the best SWAC shows, YouTube channels on YouTube. So check out his channel also. Hope you enjoyed the video. Y'all have a blessed, phenomenal day. I'll catch y'all on the rebound. Peace and blessings.